Okay, in this tutorial we're just going to have a quick look at some of the additional functionality available for resources. So I have a pre-built project plan here, just very simple, nothing major about it. Just squeeze that there a bit so we can see I have 3 resources assigned to this. Alice, Bob and Eve, taking their names from cryptography. Let's pop back into the Gantt chart there so we can see durations there. Nothing complex at all about this. But what we want to do is have a look at what these things up here show us. So let's have a look at the first one. So if we click on the histogram, what we can do is it brings up this additional pane, and to hide it away you can just click on it again, or you can click on the one over here. So that'll hide it as well. Quite useful. Anyway, when we start it up initially we don't see much of anything, but if we, for instance, click on Alice, I can look at Alice's assignment for each of those individual days, so they all kind of match up. And you'll see there that Alice is all in green and falling within these available kind of times here. Maximum allocation 100%, so no problems there. So if, resource availability there, so the Alice is actually available in these kind of white spaces here. And next we go to Bob, and you'll see here we have a problem. Maximum availability of Bob is set at 100%, and you can see that there, but we're actually using 2 of Bob in these locations here, so that's obviously something that would have to be dealt with. Standard formats in terms for resource leveling required there, so move tasks around, reassign people, that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's very clearly visible to us from there, and if we have a look at Eve, not so bad, but it's still occurring. So just flicking through Eve and Bob there, we could probably pull this task to somewhere else where they're not being utilized quite so much. It'll depend on the floats and everything else. Anyway, so that's the first one. So again, fairly kind of standard layout there. I can turn that one off. Next one we have is this one here. So again, we can start looking at cost information and things like that associated with those individuals. And so we get work, our cost, percentages there, and for some reason I'm not doing it. There we go. So grabbing an activity there, and we can see how the costs are accumulating to, or the costs or the work are accumulating to it. So we see Bob and Eve on task E, and we can see that cost rising from 0 to there. So reasonably useful, I guess. So we can see if we can do a couple of those. Yeah, we don't have anything else, any more data in this at the moment, so it's not going to do anything. So that's one there. Next one then is here. So again, task by task, we can see what's happening. So it's going to scroll to the side there, and you can see the amount of work on activity being undertaken by Bob and Eve. So our allocations are right there, and weekends are set to 0. So very similar to a standard kind of task usage sheet. So this one here, as you can see, is task usage of a resource, and this one here should be resources allocated to tasks. So if you look at this one here, for instance, we'll have Bob assigned to D, C, E, F, and G, and that's all applied in here. So again, really quite useful information, and again provides us with a better insight as to what's happening on the project. All right, thank you for watching.